Okay, we'll continue that question. Terms of trade increases, right? Terms of trade increases, value of 100 to 130. So in order to increase the terms of trade, some options are there. We have studied the reasons for the improvement of TOT. Therefore, first answer, decrease in export price. Export price decreases, import price increases. You don't want to bother about that percentage. You think about the theory here. PX decreases, PM increases. Then terms of trade will not increase. Second option, you see, PX decreases, PM increases, PM also decreases. Then that also will not create an improvement of TOT, because why? PX decreases by 20%, PM decreases by 10%. If it is PM decrease by like 35% or something, then it will improve the TOT. You know that. Export price decrease, import price decrease. When import price decrease faster than the export price decrease, improvement of TOT. Now the second one, decreases, export price decreases by 20%, import price decreases by 10%. Therefore, second also impossible. Second also impossible there, right? Then see the third one, export price increases, import price unchanged. Fourth one, export price increases, import price decreases. Fifth one, export price unchanged, import price increases. So this will not create an improvement of TOT. Now you want to think about the third and fourth only, because export price increases, import price unchanged, also TOT will increase. Then export price increases, import price decreases, also TOT can increase. But here what is happening, the fourth one, export price increases by 10% only, but import price decreases by 20%. Now you want to think about these two. Now see, TOT, PX or PM into 100. No. If I put the numbers here in 30%, now this third one, TOT, PX, export price increases by 30% means 130. Import price is in the same level, so then 100 into 100. So what is the answer? 130 will come. So then what's that? 30%, no, 100 to 130. Therefore, third is the correct answer. Did you understand how we decide third as the correct answer? If you have any doubts, tell me, I can explain this again. All right. Now here, what I normally say, from the beginning of the classes, I am saying some of the areas are there in our syllabus. Many people think that they are not important, so they simply ignore. How they ignore? Just telling what it is and doing just one question and passing. Then as students, you get the satisfaction that the topic is covered. But when you are facing the paper, you can't do that paper successfully. Now you need to finish the syllabus or finishing it perfectly. You want to finish perfectly. Therefore, every part of the syllabus properly you want to learn and go. Terms of trade, as per the teacher's guide, if I teach what is terms of trade, how to calculate, that's enough. Then I pointed out the past papers here. Now you get a perfect idea about the terms of trade. Then in the exam, whatever the questions come now, you are ready to answer. Correct? No? Now here a doubt is asked to repeat this. Now why we have decided the third one? Actually, first and second impossible, no, because these two will decrease the TOT. Then fifth also will decrease the TOT. Third and fourth options, then fourth also will decrease the TOT. Why? In the sense, export price increases by 10%, import price decreases by 20%, right? But here export price increases by 30%, import price unchanged. If you have doubt in this, for both third and fourth, you can calculate and see also. We calculated the third one and we got the same 30% increase. So we decided third one. Fourth also you can calculate, but that answer won't be correct. All right. Okay, now we will go to the next heading. That means question number 19 we will do first. What is meant by income terms of trade? Now the commodity terms of trade and income terms of trade difference here. If I say the commodity terms of trade, that means normally we used to say that as the terms of trade. Anyway, specifically that is commodity terms of trade. So commodity terms of trade explains import capability of an export unit. 100 units நான் export பண்ணினா எத்தனை units எனக்கு import பண்ண இயலும் இது சொல்றதுதான் import capability. That means the terms of trade or the commodity terms of trade. Whereas income terms of trade says that import capability of an export income. Now I am exporting, earning income, using that income, how much I can import. Small difference only there. So you can write the meaning of that. The meaning of import is our income terms of trade. Write down. This is defined as import capability, export income. Import capability of export income. Write down. Import capability of export income. Right. Now, in order to calculate this, what's the equation? ITOT. Import income terms of trade. Okay, ITOT. PX, export price index, into export quantity index. Over import pricing index. So you can put into 100, but in the teacher's guide that 100 is not mentioned. Therefore, without 100 you can continue. If you put 100 also, that's not wrong. Write down this equation. Import, the income terms of trade in the sense import capability of export income. நான் export பண்ணி எனக்கு ஒரு income கிடைச்சா அந்த income யூஸ் பண்ணி எனக்கு எவ்வளவு import பண்ண இயலும். See this component import capability using export income. Export income யூஸ் பண்ணி அவருக்கு எவ்வளவு import பண்ணேன்னு சொல்றேன். But when you come to the terms of trade, import capability of an export unit. ஒரு export unit-ஆல எவ்வளவு import பண்ண இயலும்ன்றது. ஆனா இங்க வந்து export income ஆல எனக்கு எவ்வளவு import பண்றது. That is why the equation here PX into PQ, actually export price index into export quantity index over import price index. Export price index into export quantity index over import price index. All right. So 100 here, if you put 100, you are presenting that as a percentage. That's all. So if you don't put 100, that percentage presentation won't be there. That's all. Therefore, it's not a mistake. All right. So based on the income terms of trade in the past papers, there are no that much of question. Just I think 1 or 2 questions even not there. But terms of trade, I mean the commodity terms of trade, there are ample questions. Few questions only I have shown before. All right. Okay. So with this point, we are completing the discussion of terms of trade. Okay. Right. Now, last class I said international trade protection. You have to skip the protection and coming to the terms of trade, because protection is a big topic. So better to do the protection after finishing the terms of trade. So in that series, then we have finished the terms of trade. No, then we will go to the trade protection part. So you can come to question number 9 in your tute. Question number 9. What is meant by international trade protection? What is meant by international trade protection? 9th question. Okay. Right. This is another very important area which is discussed in various past papers. Okay. Right. Now listen carefully. International trade protection. Now see, normally in our domestic market, many products we are making and selling in the market. And also remember, several products similar to our domestic products we import and they are also sold in the market. We import similar to the products that we make in Sri Lanka, for example. Some general examples, if I say food items, for example, this yogurt, right? Noodles, even some kind of fast moving consumer goods like milk powder, right? So many examples you can see. But I'm going to say, எங்கட கண்ட்ரில ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணின ப்ராடக்ட்ஸையும் நாங்க எங்கட மார்க்கெட்ல விற்கிறோம். அதே மாதிரியான ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் இம்போர்ட் பண்ணி நாங்க என்ன செய்யறோம்? விற்கிறோம். Then see, people have a common mentality that imported products are better than the domestic product. இது ஒரு wrong concept. எப்பவுமே இது சரியான concept இல்ல. Sometimes our domestic products are much better than what we import from foreign countries. But people's mentality is what imported means better than what we make. When you go to shop pona kuda, what the shopkeeper says, this is the local product, this is the imported product. The imported product go to priority. So that is a kind of the psychological the expectation. Then what happens is similar products which are there, which are made in Sri Lanka as well as imported from various other countries. Consumer prefers what? Imported products. No, appa imports kuda enna nadakudunda enga domestic products kulla demand vandu reduce agum. Therefore our domestic producers are ignored. They face various problems. Then the government of the country has the responsibility of taking care of these domestic producers. Normally, domestic producers are relatively small scale. They have relatively large problems they face. But government enna seiyanumna the domestic producers protect pannom. And the protection ku sila methods government introduce pannom. This is the one we say international trade protection. Therefore, international trade protection is heading up over an era. You must not think that protecting international trade, protecting international trade is protecting domestic industries from foreign competition. Because our domestic producers are small scale, they have many financial problems, they have many problems in finding the raw materials, they have many issues in marketing their products. Below struggle, they are coming for a particular price and selling the product. But அதே priceல ஒரு imported product வந்தா, people give priority to the imported products, then these domestic producers are given up. Then they suffer. In order to overcome their problems, government has the responsibility of protecting them. That type of those activities what the government implements, we say the methods of trade protection. எங்கட producers நாங்க protect பண்றதுக்கு எங்கட government எடுக்கிற எல்லா activities வந்து methods of protecting domestic industries. All right, so that இத நான் இன்னொரு மெத்தட் சொல்றேன். International trade protection means protecting domestic industries. In other words, I can say restricting international trade. If I am protecting my domestic industries, what I want to do, I want to restrict the international trade. So they can use that term also. We have got in the past papers, especially 2011 paper and all, they use the term restriction. Our trade protection disorder, restricting international trade, otherwise activities against free trade. Right, now see this, protecting domestic industries from foreign competition is called international trade protection. This is also identified as the restriction of international trade in order to protect domestic industries. Right, now question number 10. In order to protect domestic industries, what are the methods available? What are the methods available? Otherwise we can say barriers to international trade. State the barriers to international trade. In order to protect domestic industries, what are the methods available? Which means what? What are the barriers to free trade? What are the barriers to international trade? See this. We have several methods here. Tariff, that means import and export tariff, but in Sri Lanka now we don't have the export tariff. By 1993 export tariff is completely eliminated. அப்ப எங்களுக்கு export tariff இல்ல, duty. Tariff duty. So we have only import duty. Rationing, import export license, voluntary export restraint, dumping, import bans, compulsory standards for health and environment, exchange control, trade agreements, cartels, regional economic cooperations, export incentives. Not only this much, there are so many methods available for the barrier of international trade. Anyway, even though this much of barriers to international trade available, we are giving the priority to the first one. The first is the tariff barrier, otherwise duty. This is the most popular method of protecting domestic industries. Therefore, we used to say tariff barrier, and all the others we say non-tariff barriers. All the others we say what? Non-tariff barriers. Something needed for you, for your general ideas. Trade barriers, if you take, we have broadly natural barriers and artificial barriers. If you take the natural barriers, climate will come, language will come, distance will come, culture will come. These are some natural barriers. It is naturally there. Artificial barriers the tariff barriers and non-tariff barriers. But this extent our syllabus doesn't talk. Syllabus talks about barriers to international trade, otherwise protecting methods of protecting international trade, tariff barriers, non-tariff barriers. Okay, right. So tariff I'm going to discuss separately. This other things, rationing. Rationing means it's a kind of distribution. Import export license. When you or product import பண்றண்டா, as you wish you can import. Those who do business studies, you all know import procedure import license or component, and all products import license தேவையில்லை, but some of the most of the products nowadays requiring import license. அப்ப license எடுக்கிறதுன்றது ஒரு barrier. You want to get the license, you can't get the license easily, there are some procedures, so you want to follow everything and finally you have to get the license. See the fourth one, voluntary export restraint. Voluntary export restraint சொல்றது, if a country is exporting a product to our country, we have the power of returning to that country if we think that it is too much. or restriction. Dumping. The dumping on the special case. So I think you'd better write a small note for dumping in your notebook. So write down this dumping. First, write down this for the dumping, just in your notebook or somewhere, and just write this down. I'll explain. First, write down this dumping. Dumping is a term used in the context of international trade. It's when a country or a company exports a product at a price that is lower in the foreign importing market than the price in the exporter's domestic market. Summary: we may get some of the products from foreign countries which are much lower than their average market price. For example, let's see, in USA, for example, certain products are made. After making this product, they find that these products are no longer used in that country. In the product table and should decide it. Rather than throwing somewhere, rather than destroying that in the same country, in the products are in the same in the country, in your country, it will dump. This is what happening. When they are dumping, what happens? For example, now in terms of Sri Lankan rupee, if I say 1 unit 100 rupees, in the sense, when they are selling, just 1 rupee is like 30 rupees or something like that they are selling. Sometimes very rarely, freely also they are sending. The product and the country which take the video, எங்கயாவது மனுப்புறது பெட்டர்னு சொல்றதால அதை அப்படியே டிஸ்போஸ் பண்றது. அப்ப இந்த ப்ராடக்ட் எங்கட கண்ட்ரிக்கு வர நேரம் இப்ப ஸ்ரீலங்காக்கு வருதுண்டா, similar products are available in our country. They have good price. Then when it is coming to our country, then we get more problem. Our domestic producers get more problem. Normally in the world, there are several countries which are affected by this dumping. Sri Lanka also one such country. We used to say Sri Lanka is a very popular dustbin to the European countries. Europe level நிறைய products தூக்கி வீசுற countries Sri Lanka உண்டு. ஒரு கண்டெய்னர்ல போட்டு எல்லாத்தையும் அனுப்புறது Sri Lanka. Then what Sri Lanka does is something we get very much cheaper in the sense we are getting. When we get them, our domestic producers are affected. But dumping or a method which actual meaning here, activities against dumping. Whatever the activities against dumping become a barrier for international trade. Understood? So again remember, the dumping to show the dumping. Say for example, in America, certain products are made. If the products produced pannadukku poro, America finds that those products are not needed. Adha the country la paavikkiradum illa. Adha dispose பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு வழி என்னன்னா வேற ஒரு கண்ட்ரிக்கு அப்படியே டிஸ்போஸ் பண்ணணும். தூக்கி வீசுறது, இன்னொரு கண்ட்ரி தூக்கி வீசுறது. அப்படி வார ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் நாங்க எடுக்கிற நேரம் அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் ஆர் கமிங் வித் வெரி மச் லோவர் பிரைஸ். நோ, இந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் எங்கட மார்க்கெட்டுக்கு வந்த உடனே எங்கட ப்ராடக்ட்ஸுக்கு வந்து அது ஒரு த்ரெட் ஆகும். Because people go to buy them because they are at lower price they are selling. This is the one we say dumping. So dumping வந்து அந்த எக்ஸ்போர்ட்டிங் கண்ட்ரில பிரைஸ விட மிச்சமே குறைவான பிரைஸுக்கு எங்களுக்கு வரும். This is what dumping. Therefore, as a barrier for international trade, when we discuss dumping, we want to think about all the activities against dumping. All the activities against dumping we want to. That is what important. So see this dumping, activities against dumping only, the meaning here. Import bans, some of the products we can't import. Import restrictions are there, the 6th one. 7th one, compulsory standards for health and environment. Some of the products when we import from foreign countries, compulsory restrictions are there. Compulsory health and safety standards. You want to get ISO, you want to get SLS in Sri Lanka, you want to get HACCP standard. So like that, so many things are there. Then exchange controls, exchange control, trade agreements. Sometimes among the countries, if there are agreements, say for example, Sri Lanka, India and Pakistan have a trade agreement, for example. In the agreement, we can import from only those countries with the agreement. But if we are getting something from foreign countries, we are rejecting. So then cartels. Cartels is an import agreement. Cartel is an agreement. Regional economic cooperations. Export incentives. That means we are providing incentives for the export. So incentive means support for the export. So all these things are the methods of trade. Okay, methods of trade barriers. During the dumping, what happened is they are selling at a lower price. Sri Lanka la naanga oru product produce pannittu and the product thevalanu vanda, so we want to throw somewhere. Then what we will do, we will sometimes send them freely also. எங்களுக்கு அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்டை வச்சிட்டு இருக்கறதுக்காக நாங்க இன்னொரு கண்ட்ரியை தூக்கி வீசுறது. This is what dumping. Okay, so now tariff barriers, okay, non-tariff barriers also we discussed. Okay, correct? No, see this as a sample. 2014 paper, question number 8, essay type, 3rd part. What are the tariff and non-tariff barriers that limit free trade? 5 marks. Nothing to explain, just listing out. Then tariff barriers means export tariff, import tariff. Then non-tariff barriers, all these things we have discussed now, you can write down. Then see the 4th one, explain why countries impose barriers to free trade. That is the one we are going to learn now. Okay, so questions are coming on this. Theory is also coming, some calculations also coming. Okay, another doubt is asked about rationing as a method of tariff barrier, as a method of protection. Rationing means what? Rationing means distribution. That means now we are importing, in the sense our import plan is something like distributing among some countries. Now from this country this much, from this country this much, like that we are deciding the quota. That is the one we say ration. Okay, another doubt is asked to explain the fourth method again, voluntary export restraint. Voluntary export restraint means, say for example, China is exporting something to Sri Lanka, then Sri Lankan authorities have the right to reject the product to China itself if there is any possible reason. Say, for example, we get a product from China, then in Sri Lanka, sometimes too much of import, sometimes quality issues or anything else could come, then we can reject it. That is what we say, voluntary export restraint. Right? Now, let's come to question number 11. State some arguments for trade protection. State some arguments for trade protection. அப்ப எக்ஸாம்ல ஒரு கொஸ்டின் வார நேரம் அந்த கொஸ்டின்ல நிறைய மீனிங் இன்க்ளூடட் and that question can be asked in various methods. 11th question எடுத்தா state some arguments for trade protection. That means why we want to protect the domestic industries. அப்ப இதே வந்து இப்படியும் கேட்கும், what are the reasons for protecting domestic industries from foreign competition? What are the reasons for protecting domestic industries? நாங்க arguments for trade protection. So argument for trade protection means what? Argument for trade protection in the sense, whatever the reasons for protecting domestic industries. So don't forget. So let's see one by one. To protect infant industries. What are infant industries? Infant industries means small scale domestic industries. Okay. Infant industries means what? Small scale domestic industries. Domestic industries on the small scale, no, relatively small scale. They are in the initial stage, means further the risk is higher. In order to protect these infant industries, trade protection is needed. Then see, to increase employment. To increase employment. Why we say to increase employment? If we allow more